Hey there, this is the man behind the mic, and if I were looking in a mirror, the face I would see. I am Josh, and welcome to EVA Trades. That's YVA Trades. What you see before you is the Thinkorswim platform, and today we'll be trading on a simulator as I continue working to perfect my strategy. I do plan to trade real money while live streaming in the near future, so please stay tuned for that. You're welcome to join me today and follow along as I place real trades in the simulator and share with you what I've learned about the stock market and trading within it. Please remember trading is risky, and as always, please trade in a simulator to develop a strategy that produces consistent results before you put real money on the line. So the stocks we'll be trading today are from a stock scanner called Trade Ideas. I've uploaded the data from the Trade Ideas into my own custom-made scanner so that I can go back in time and trade any day in the past, which is what I'll be doing today. The three stocks you see here are the leading tickers in the market this morning. Primarily, we'll be using the 1 minute and the 5 minute time frames. So with 5 minutes left till the market opens, let's break them down. And before we do, I have found a better screen recorder. And now we can take a look at the bottom screen. So what I do not have here yet is my trade bars. So I'm going to give you a little preview here of what I do first thing in the morning when I set up. This is my main trade bar across the top that I have coded, software I've made to help me out. It's got some things on it, like I can turn on the on-demand feature on all of the computers. I can set the time. I can reset the account so it goes back to a zero balance after any, if I just click that, it goes up to any of my monitors and resets the balance. I have a play button. I have a pause button. These are other things that I can use. I have hotkeys I can turn on or turn back off. Here I have my target. If I want one target and two targets or three targets, or limit orders if you want to call them that. And how far away do I want my target to be as compared to my stop? So a 2, or if I typed in a 1, that would mean to say that I want my target to be equal distance away from my entry as what my stop loss is. Well, I'm going with a 2. I want to try to make twice as much as what I could possibly lose. So that's a 2-to-1 profit to loss ratio. In this simulated account, I'm using $6,000 cash, which would give me $20,000 in buying power, and I want to risk $100 per trade. I click the send button and it sends that out to the network drives across all of my computers so they can all pull that information when they need to. And then let's bring up Thinkorswim. I click trade bar. It turns red, and I link it to the charts by clicking the charts, and then we get 3 trade bars that pop up, one for each stock that I'm watching here. The next thing I do is tell it, is this extended hours or daytime hours? Well, it's going to be daytime hours, so I'm going to click that, and then you're going to see, after I click that, I take my hand off the mouse, and it's going to go down there, and it's going to enter all this information according to what I entered in the top bar. So I just sit back, let it do its thing. It's entering the buying power. Now it's going to put in the cash, daytime hours, and then it's going to go in, say target, and there you go. Next up, we have M for margin, and what I'm going to do is go back up and look at the price. Okay, for some reason, hold on 1 second. I accidentally must have reset the time instead of resetting the account. We want to trade May 16th. It needs to be at 6:25. Give that a second to load. Yeah, up here when I click on reset, instead of resetting the account, I think it reset to time, so that resets it to the current time. Okay, so here we are. Now we're back May 16th. All right, and so if you recall, sometimes when I'm doing my setup, I'll be talking about, hey, I need to enter in a number somewhere between here and there. Remember, these are the average I'm sorry, not the average. These are the 3 candle ranges of the most 3 recent candles. So you have 10 cents, 3 cents, and 9 cents. And then this is the average of those 3. Same with the 5-minute chart. And what I want to do in the first couple of minutes of trading is, because the opening candles could be a lot bigger, typically I would go with this 8 cents. I would say, okay, I want my stop loss to be 8 cents below my entry. Or sometimes I'll even go less than that. But in the first couple of minutes of trading, the candles can really open up. So I don't want to go 8 cents or lower. I'd rather go a little higher just to be on the safe side. So I'll just go somewhere between 8 and 21. So like maybe 16, we'll say. So let's go back down here. I did get ahead of myself there. Hold on. So we go back up here. First things first. Want to look, what is the price trading at? 380. So I want to pick a price somewhere above 380. So $4 would be good. So I'm going to click on the margin button. And what it did there was it put a 0 in there for the margin. It went and pulled a data sheet. It pulled data from a data sheet that comes directly from Thinkorswim. And I'll explain that in a bit. I'm going to put in a price here of $4. That's higher than what we're trading at right now. I'll explain this in a second, that price part. But right now, the margin part. So Thinkorswim has, if you go on their website, I'm not going to do it right now, but you can pull up a data sheet that they update, I think, almost every day, showing how much margin is available for each stock that they have that you can trade. Pretty much every stock in the stock market. And they have codes. Well, it's not codes, it's listed in percentages. So for instance, if it says 0 like it says here, then that means you have no margin available for that stock. So that means I can't trade my buying power. I can only, if I want to buy shares, I can only buy up to $6,000 worth of shares. That's how much cash I have in the account. If this were to say 100 or 100%, that means I can use 100% of my buying power because it has margin. So that in that case, I could use the full $20,000 to buy shares. Understand that I do not have 20,000 in the account. I only have 6,000, but my buying power is 20,000 because they give me about, well, a little less than 4 times margin. Now the cool thing is, if this is anything less than 100, and I've seen them where they're like 30. They give you a lot of buying power for that. That I think that increases my buying power up to $60,000 for this stock. So you want a nice low number, but you don't want 0, which is what we have in this case. Now let me show you something about the price here. So I remember I chose $4. Let's say this was an expensive stock. Now I want you to keep an eye on these numbers here. I'm going to type in, let's say $25 stock, right? And I'm going to hit the price button here. And look at that. These disappeared. And the reason why is because of my buying power, of how much cash I have. I cannot take it. I cannot buy. Let's see, how am I saying this? My stop loss is going to be 42 cents below my entry. I can't go any less than that, because if I do, I have to buy a larger share size, which would put me over my cash amount. So that's why these buttons are grayed out. It will not let me buy more than what I can afford. And at the same time, it's respecting the risk that I have set here. It will not let me risk more than $100. Pretty cool, huh? So I'm going to set this back to 4. It took me a long time to figure all this out and get this coded. Okay, so now to the part where I look at the averages and say, oh, something in between, right? So what did we say, 16? Okay, so we'll go with 16. So I'll click on 15, and then I'll click this little up arrow, and then I'm going to click the go button, and then it's going to do something on its own here. I'm going to take my hand off the mouse after I click go. Why does this say $1.25? That's weird. Okay, anyways, so I'm going to click go, and it's going to put in a share size, and then it's going to put in a stop, and then a target. Now let's take a quick peek at that. 16 cents is my stop. I have that set to 16, right? And then 32 cents is my target, which, remember down here I have this 2. That's a multiple of the 16, right? 2 times 16 is 32. So I have one target, and it's 2 times the amount of the stop. Pretty simple. So, but instead of me having to go in here and fill all that in every time, this code does it for me. So I'll go over here. I'm going to click margin on this. I'm going to look up at the stock above me, and we're going to say $3 on that. I'll go over here on this one, and I'm going to say $8 on that. And then I'm going to look at the in between 3, 4, 5. Between 3 and 7, so we'll say 5. Go. Enters the share size, which was 2,000. 5 and 10. And then over here, between 4 and 7, I'll just say 6. Interesting that the share size was already set. Okay, and for some reason this is $1.25. Go back to the top. Yeah, look at that. It shows I made $1.25. I must have tried to trade this in one day in the past, but I don't remember. I'm going to reset the account. Okay. All right, and I'm going to go ahead now down here and press play. Hold on, let me check, make sure all my charts are set to 625. They are, so I'm going to push play. And here we go. All right, now let's break down the charts. So, DSTS, the leading gapper in the market, it's gapping up 60%. And one thing to note is when we made this first initial move up, you got this higher low, a lower high, a little higher low here, and then a breakout. So this is what, you guys remember what this is? An A, B, C, D setup that did not break over the high. That's a nice straight line, isn't it? You can draw that. It should have broken out over that. Or you can, okay. I'm not used to these drawing tools. I'm trying to get used to it. So it should have broken out over that. It did not. Instead, it pulled back a second time and then finally broke out only by a few pennies. Did not hold and pulled back again before coming up and then pulling back and then finally breaking out and then back testing, which is a nice trade there on the back test, and then up higher. So it's worth noting on this one that it took it quite a while before it finally broke those levels. Oh, and being that what it is, $3.40, I think is a good place to put a line. A good place for this to pull back to. I'll put another line here. Let's look at the 1 minute. There might be something there. So a lot of congestion right in that area. I think that's a great spot for this to pull back to, down close to that VWAP. I'll be looking for that. That'd be a great trade. Maybe. AGRI is the second leading gapper, but only gapping up 18%. Consolidating now. Had that initial move first thing. Now, I wanted to show you guys something. The gray area here is the post-market and the pre-market. You see the dotted line? The dotted line separates post from pre. So this is post-market. This was yesterday. And this is pre-market. This is today. So at the beginning of pre-market, this one jumps up. And now it's just been consolidating, kind of slowly moving down. Tightening range. I guess I could draw that somewhere in there like that. See that? Just a tightening range. That's all it is. Have a support down there. I want to see it get up over $2.10. Some resistances right there. Okay, take a look at Sophie. Sophie with a pivot here. Nice bounce on that pivot. Now going lower. Oh, look at Sophie on the hourly. Let's pull up. Here I have the hourly and the 15 minutes. 15 and hourly. So if I come over to take a look at Sophie here, we have a nice pivot right here on Sophie. And you've got this too. But I'd be looking at 686 as a nice bounce potential. potential. $7. Support there at 7. Already hitting that. 628. We got 1 minute to go. All right. So I don't think I'm going to trade Sophie unless it does hit this hourly line. If it does that, I might jump in there. DTST looking for a move down into this chunky area here. And AGRI, want to see it move back up towards the VWAP. Interesting on the EMAs. Well, you got this cross back over towards the bulls. That's kind of interesting. I wonder if it'll continue, if the blue line will stay above the yellow on that. This one might give us a move up. It's been consolidating for long enough, so I'm also watching NEO on the screen to my right. All right, the market's open. And let's see what we get. I would be careful trying to buy DTST here on a breakout. I would really want to see it pull back more first. There is a support at $1.89. This one's cheaper. I'm not sure about these cheaper stocks. I guess I'd say if Agri can get back over 203, that'd be a good spot. Or even right here, $2. Get me back over 2 and I might take a stab at that. There we go. I jumped in twice. Did we freeze up? No? Okay. I could bring you down here so you can see what's going on. So what I'm going to do, sell half up at the VWAP. There we go. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm out half at the VWAP. Here you can see what's happening on Agri. So just know that I'm going to sell the other half maybe at 210. Or I could hold it. There we go. I didn't sell it. It actually hit my target. So now you can see $280 on that one. Let's watch DTST here. I want to see if it comes down to that 345-ish area. Boy, DTST is just kind of really slowly getting down there. I wonder if it's going to wait till the next 5-minute candle before it hits that level. Maybe a little bounce here before it comes back down, or is it just going to go straight up? I want to put a line on the high of day. It's a nice bounce. I'm not going to buy that though. Oh, I wasn't watching. I was looking over at NEO. So I'm in there at 348. Well, I'm really hoping it drops down again. I'd hate for that to be my only entry. You can see here what my P&L is as this bounces up and down. Look at the charts. Down here, you can see $65, $71. There's $143. Oh, it's moving up now. So I might want to... Do I want to add? It's hard to see what the candles are doing. It's almost like they're not moving very fluently here. Do we get a break of the high of day? That is the question. See, I wish I could have been in... I wish I could have bought twice, because then I could sell half. I could... It's taken a while to get there, so I'm going to go ahead and sell that. And there you go. So, what are we at on the day? I like to keep an eye on where we're at. 373. That's not bad. I could stop there and be happy. I wonder if it's going to come back down and hit 340. So I took a quick entry right there. And I want to see it move up fast. Oh, look at Agri moving up. Okay, so I sold for a quick profit there. I didn't make much. You'd see that. Now I'm just gonna sit tight, kind of watch. Do I want to buy this over here, Sophie? Off of 686. I'm really considering it. You know what else? Getting back into DTST. Ooh. I got back out of DTST. I'm gonna adjust my cents to 10 cents. AGRI now hitting that resistance of 233 and going through it. Just not sure about DTST yet. And Sophie never pulled back to that line, at least not yet. In there at 350. We'll see if 350 can hold. 351 was my entry. In there at the VWAP. I exited part of that for a small loss because I want to get in lower. And Sophie went ahead and broke out without me. That's okay. Oh, I could get stopped out on these, and I did, and I jumped back in because I like that level. Really don't like that it didn't hold. But we're gonna watch. Sell part of it there. AGRI. Looking good. Just doing damage control here. Coming up against all this resistance. But we'll see if we can hold this low. The low of that 5-minute candle. I'm just going to let that one work. While I look at some other options here. Don't know if you noticed, but I'm in Sophie at 719. If that candle goes red, I'm gonna jump back out of it. Yeah, gonna get back out. Oh, my stop is a little too close. Try that VWAP play, see what happens. That wasn't too bad. So you can see DTST. Kind of hard to see this. I think I probably should have sold there as it comes back against me, but like I said, I'm just going to kind of hold it and let it work. Going to get rid of some of these lines so that we can actually see what's happening. Okay, 234 appears to be holding over here on Agri, so I'm going to hop in a couple of times and see if we can get a move towards the highs. I was looking here at Sophie at the $7 level, but I'm not gonna do that one. Oh. Switch down to the bottom so you can see what's happening down here. We'll see if Sophie can hold that low. Gonna add on DTST. Now DTST looking more like a bear flag than anything, but if it can, you know, if it can break out over 347, get up above 350, it would negate that bear flag. There we go. Let's see some strength on that. Can it hold? There we go. 350 level. And I'm going to go ahead and get out completely on that. I'm getting out on Sophie. And I'm was holding Agri, and I'm out on that one now too. So I was red, and now I am looking at being green. Up 47. Remember, I was up over 300, and then I kind of gave it all back. That was a nice pullback, and I really wanted to take it. But now that I'm green on the day, it's almost like I'm looking for a really high quality setup. And things are already bouncing, so if I join the bid, well, I did get filled. And I'll sell real quick. There we go. Now you can see got a little bit more. I guess I kind of let myself get caught up. In this pullback, I lost money on this drop right here. But then I bought back on the VWAP because I was looking for this to hold. So I bought in here looking for this to hold, and then that candle flushed down and stopped me out. So I jumped back in, made it all back here. That volume profile. This volume spike here marked the bottom of that pullback. Tightening ranges. The high, low, lower high. Get your high, low, possible lower high. This comes down here. You get the bounce, the high, low, little lower high. But these 5-minute candles are only halfway through, so quite a bit can change. Nice pullback here. No. I'm gonna wait. The reason I say no is because the place to get in was down here when it came down to that line, not up here. I try to be disciplined in my entries and make sure I'm getting in the right spots, because that can sure hurt me in the long run if I don't practice discipline and follow the rules. Sophie pulling back some here, as is Agri. I want to buy that and see if 350 can hold. I almost got back to green on that stock. Down 250 on DTST. Almost got back to green. I tried to sell when the bid popped up. Wasn't quite enough. It would just have made me happy to get back to green on it. But I wasn't going to hold it. You know, up almost $100 on the day. I mean, that's pretty good. My risk per trade is only $100. Eventually, my risk per trade will be $2,000. So that's 20 times as much as what... So I guess you could picture it like this. If my risk was $1,000, then my profit right now would be $970. And if my risk was $2,000, my profit would be, what, $1,900? And that's a pretty good day, which really is nothing compared to, like, the other day I made $1,100. That would be a $22,000 day. Of course, you have to have quite a bit of buying power to have a $200 or $2,000 risk. So now my live account, when I start trading live, I'm probably going to start with $50,000 in cash, which is going to be quite a bit of buying power, but I'm going to be doing a $100 risk. Because my plan is to start small to grow the account, and as the account grows, then I'll start to bump up the risk until eventually I'm at that $2,000 risk per trade. If that makes sense. Well, it's 6:56. I was up over 300, and then I went into the red, and now I'm back up into the green. I'm up at $100 profit. We're getting some pullbacks here, some equilibriums. I mean, I could certainly buy something here and look to see if it'll go back up. But I'm not sure that I want to. See that? Could that be the spot? Could be. Could buy that real quick. Nope. That was some bad timing. That was the exact wrong time to buy that. So my instinct was right that I should stop, and now up only 57, and I will take that. It's a green day. Oh, that looks so good, doesn't it? It feels like a trap. I'll buy the pullback on there. Let's see if we get a move up. It's not going yet. Come on. I don't like how it's not moving up. That should have went by now, so I'm getting back out. It's just what I look for is I look for it to go right away. Because oftentimes if it doesn't go right away, it means there's a bunch of selling pressure, and it's just, yeah, see that now it's dropping. Now that could have been a good entry, maybe when it dropped there. So giving back more profit, now down at $47. So I have to be careful, because if I make a wrong move, I lose $100. I'm down. I'm red on the day, which is fine too, but psychologically it's a lot easier to finish the day green. Removing the drawings. Too many drawings. Yeah, just a lot of chop right now, a lot of sideways action. Let's make this bigger. So you could draw your line here. You could draw your line here. This one here, it's kind of a widening pattern, or I could have put it down here, I suppose. Just a little different. Some of them are harder to see. There's an entry for you right here. Boom. Should we try it? Just jump in there. See if it holds. Playing off of that ascending line. Moving my stop loss right up against it. That would be a $30 loss, and that got hit. Now let's take a look. $7.50. Oh boy. Some of these temptations here. Okay, so that got me back a little higher. Now I'm up 47.50, so I'm good with that. Look at that. It's going to go, isn't it? Is it going to go? I just sometimes can't help but just sit and watch. Sometimes just watching the charts, it's so much fun. Well, this has not been the best trading day. I would say this has been one of my least enjoyable days. It's been kind of a snore fest. Because there's nothing that's moving up significantly right now. I see Roblox. Remember that from the other day. Now we could wait, you know, I could probably wait a little while and maybe these things will finally break out of their consolidation patterns. But I am not going to. I'm not the kind of person that likes to trade later in the day, but I do find that sometimes around the 10 o'clock hour, you'll get some nice moves. Okay. So now that one put in a bottom, and look at that go. Breaking over that resistance. Boof! She can flat out move. So, the question is, did the bears come in and short off of this line using this resistance as a backboard for their stop loss? That resistance. You get in here with your stop up here, short the stock, hope it goes back down. Back test the VWAP. Look at him go. 7:05, so we got a new 5-minute candle now. Taking a quick trade on Agri for that higher low, possible higher high on the 1 minute. Getting back out. Getting back out. Getting back in. There's a nice move back up. And not too shabby. So I'm up $107 now on the day. I could tracatade. I do know how to talk. I could take a trade. Could have taken a trade here. Still could. Maybe down here instead. Oh, that's pretty nice. Really want to take a trade on DTST, but only so I can see green here again. You know, my P&L on the day is negative 5250 on this stock, but the problem with trying to get green on that is I could go more red. Could certainly go more red. Sometimes when I'm red on a stock, I can try to get green on it, but usually there's a reason why I'm red on a stock, and it's because I'm not trading it correctly. And sometimes I just can't figure out how to trade a certain stock correctly, and I've learned from my past mistakes that I just need to stop trading it, because otherwise I end up going and digging myself a hole. But I do like 353 as an entry. But I don't like the 5-minute candle. So, I don't know. It would have to be a quick bounce. Like, I could put in a limit order at 353 or even down below it, closer to the VWAP, but is it going to get hit? I don't know. That 5-minute candle is going to close in 5 seconds. Agri looking like it might go for a higher high. Maybe, no, I don't know. Sophie up at the line. Got to move your lines up every time you get a new resistance. Is this where we get filled? Is it gonna... I'd like to see it flush down and then pop right back up. But sometimes what you like isn't what you get. You can't always get what you want. Don't sing. But I know sometimes you get what you need. Oh, Lord. A little bit of volume coming in on that. Cancel that order that I had. What time is it? 7:11:55. Ooh, look at the failure. Maybe, maybe not. I buy that. That's kind of tricky. No, I'm back out. It didn't come down to that price point that I wanted, and I'm not going to jump in here, even though this does look like it's probably going to go. See that nice volume? Gosh, it's so tempting. I'm afraid it might fail. I'm afraid. 7:12:50. $53. I'm putting that limit order back in at 53. Down at actually 50. Oops. I was trying to move it down and I did not get a chance. I wanted to get it down at the VWAP there. Can the bulls step in and give me something of significance? No. And just like that, we're now red on the day by $12.50. So that's kind of how it goes playing in this chop. That's where I said, like, I'd really like to see something break out, but nothing is breaking out yet. Everything is still in this chop. So 7:15, I'm just going the wrong direction. I'm going to end it on a red day. This will be a red day recap, and that's fine. Haven't had one of those yet anyways. But I did state for the record that I was afraid with this one. because I had this fear that it was going to do that. I kind of thought that it would first break out a little more, then turn around and flush, but that didn't happen. All right, I'd be careful on this one. It looks like it's probably going to come down more. Got this red candle with a long upper wick that broke out a little bit. Couldn't hold, came back down, closed here. So I would expect to see this come down some more. And this one's already coming down. Just same kind of thing. Red candle, broke out but pulled back. And now it's coming down. So, yeah, it already happened here on DTST. That's going to do it for me. Thanks a bunch for tuning in. I hope your trading goes much better than what mine did today, and we will look at maybe having a better day tomorrow. So make sure you come back and tune in for another episode tomorrow, and hit that like button if you did like what you saw. And thanks a lot, my friends, for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Good night. Good day.